Hey, Park Hill family. It is so good to be back. This is the Park Hill update. Thank you for watching. But can I just say, it's so good to be back. Like from vacation, my family and I, we went away for a few weeks, and now we're looking at the fall with you, regathering 1 Corinthians, new rhythms all over the place. Speaking of new rhythms, you parents of school kids, how about that distance learning? It's wild in our house. Computers, virtual classrooms all over the place, logins, second grade kindergarten on an iPad. Doesn't feel right. But my heart is with you. If you're there, I'm feeling it with you. I don't know if that's the feeling the homeschool family sign, but there it is. But yeah, new rhythms are upon us. And I want to first talk about this Sunday. We're back in Paul's letter to Corinth, his first letter to the Corinthians. And it is very timely that we are stepping back into that letter. So this Sunday, I'm going to go through basically the first 4 chapters. It's where we've already been. So if you're with us way back in January through March, we taught through 1 Corinthians 1 through 4. I'm going to do a refresher this Sunday. Basically, Paul opens up and says, I beg you, church, I plead with you in the name of Jesus Christ that you be perfectly united in what you say and what you do. One mind, one heart. Let you be agreed in everything you say. And just think back on 2020. How are we doing with that? Like, how are we doing with unity around the gospel? Being of the same mind as the people of God. I don't know about you, but I believe the gospel message on unity is more needed than ever. We need to pray together. We need to sing together. We need to study the Word together and commit to the kind of community that Jesus breathed into existence in Acts chapter 2 through the Spirit. And that's who we're called to be. And so we're going to be digging into what that means this Sunday. I would encourage you, read those chapters. Read 1 Corinthians 1 through 4 this week. So you're seeing this hopefully Wednesday. So from Wednesday to Sunday morning, just catch up on the text, and then we'll talk it through on Sunday. And that will be our last online-only gathering for the foreseeable future. Do you guys hear that? So this Sunday, September 6th, will be the last online-only gathering for Park Hill for the foreseeable future. Because the next Sunday, we'll be continuing through 1 Corinthians, but we'll be doing it together, in person, physically gathered, outdoors, obviously safely gathered, and in submission to governing authority, just like the New Testament commands Christians to be, and with an eye to the vulnerable. So if you are sick at all, or at risk, or nervous for any reason, please stay home. We will also live stream these gatherings. These outdoor gatherings will be live streamed. It won't look the same as it has been. We've been able to be indoors in a very controlled video environment. This will be outdoors and a lot of factors out of control, so it might look less appealing, but it will be energizing because it'll be in person. I love what Dr. Lou Wing said a couple weeks ago. You know, my wife and I are going back through the teachings we missed while we're on vacation, and he basically said, a few of us have been exposed to this virus, but this virus has exposed all of us. What's inside of us, our loyalties, our allegiances, and where we do or don't align with Jesus and church unity. And this 1 Corinthians message is as timely as ever for us in this moment of division. You know, when the summer started, I made the comment in one of these update videos that this summer will be full of competing opinions, and we've seen exactly that. Whether it's about mask or no mask, or gathering, not gathering, or even how to deal with the very obvious problem of racial injustice in our country, there's disagreement on how to deal with it, even in the church, let alone outside the church. And so God is calling us through Paul, through this letter, through his scriptures, to unity around the gospel of the King Jesus. And so I love what Tanika said 2 Sundays ago. Basically, that worship requires sacrifice. Sacrifice is assumed in a worshiping person, in a worshiping church. It's so crazy, actually, and unprecedented in church history that we would be a church that doesn't expect worship to cost us. It's crazy. Worship costs. Worship is sacrificial. And so as we gather, Sunday, September 13th, outside, and as we do so with preference for the other, not our own interests, but wearing masks and doing all of these things out of interests and submitting to authority and all of that, as we do it, it is a sacrifice of praise. Christians have to sing. Christians are a singing people. When I see all the division and everything everywhere, I just want to call everyone to a global worship night or something and have everyone hear each other sing and just get that, that very real emotional connection to people all around you in the room. I want everyone to be in the same room all over the world and just sing to Jesus. But for obvious reasons and in many ways, we're unable to do that in the way that we would prefer. And so I want to challenge you, church, to consider this move, this gradual move toward regathering. Consider it as a laying aside of our preferences to make a sacrifice of praise to Jesus. Christians need this now more than ever. While everything is competing to divide us, singing unifies us. I'm a worship leader down into my bones. Christians can't keep from singing because the Lamb is worthy, even if it means singing outside or singing through a mask or singing over Zoom or in one of those virtual choirs that we've seen a billion of on YouTube. COVID-19 will only be a blip on eternity's timeline, and the Lamb will be worthy of our singing forever. So let's be willing to sing beneath a mask if that's the cost of praise, because the Lamb's worthy of it all. So in a moment right now when voices are high-pitched and angry, let's use our human voices for what they were created for. And that's to sing the praises of the God, Father, Son, and Spirit, from whom all blessings flow. Cannot wait to do that with you this Sunday for the last time online only. Sing from your house. Sing your guts out. And then Sunday, September 13th, both in person and if you need to stay home, online. Those were loud birds. Both in person and online, September 13th. Cannot wait to see you there, church. Until then, may the Lord bless and may He keep you. And as always, if there's anything you need, reach out. It's hard to respond in the moment when we're not in person. And so reach out from a distance as much as you can for anything you need. May His face shine upon you and bring you peace. Grace and Peace Church.